A very good day to you and welcome back to the show. I am Jamie and this is of course the Chat Trap on Relax Radio. How are you doing? How is your day going so far? Go ahead and let us know by leaving a comment down below. We do have a lot of things that we want to share with you. We do have a lot of things that we want to talk to you about. So make sure that you get on board the show. Make sure that you go ahead and let us know. You can call me anytime. 07852 473 is the number to do so. And with that being said, just let me know what you're thinking, okay? And make sure that you do download our app as well because it's available absolutely free of charge on iOS and Android. So make sure that you download our app so that you can take us with you wherever it is that you go, which is pretty awesome. Okay, all right, with that being said, we have been talking about a lot of interesting things so far. We've been talking about a lot of different things, and that is basically the essence of Relax Radio. Okay, we're all about diversity. We have so many different things that we talk about, from entertainment gossip to current affairs to politics and so many different things. And we want you to be a part of the show, okay? So make sure that you leave a comment down below and let me know what you are thinking. We are not in our studio right now, but of course, we will make sure that you get the content that you need to hear and the content that you need to kind of be aware of everything that's happening in UK and around the world as well. So make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, okay? Make sure that you let me know that you like what we're talking about. And even if you don't like what we're talking about, that's completely fine as well. Go ahead and let me know what you would like for us to discuss instead. Whatever it is, we are of course up for it. We are here to talk to you about what you want to hear. So go ahead and let us know by leaving a comment down below or by reaching out to us on our social media. That is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Periscope, whatever it is. We go as Relax Radio, and we're here to keep you entertained and informed. So go right ahead, let us know what you are thinking by getting on board the show. All right, with that being said, very interesting conversation. I want to talk about Bob Dylan for a second. Now, Bob Dylan, I feel like, yes, he is an icon, but there has been so much rumors, there's been so much controversy with regards to Bob Dylan, because Bob Dylan was actually sued by a woman recently who says that the US singer-songwriter actually sexually abused her back in 1965 when she was only 12 years old, okay? Now, her legal case alleges that the rock star exploited his status as a musician to provide her with, say, and I hope I'm allowed to say this, but this is the truth of the matter. This is the fact of the matter, rather. But this woman goes on to say that Bob Dylan actually abused her with substances and also sexually abused her multiple times and used physical violence, used threats of physical violence, which actually, if it's true, it's super scary. And it says the abuse took place, of course, at Dylan's apartment, Bob Dylan's apartment in New York, Chelsea Hotel. And Dylan's spokesman told BBC that this claim is absolutely untrue. Now, yes, Bob Dylan, of course, denies all of these sexual allegation claims. And the Nobel Prize winning singer, who is now about 80 years old, is, of course, accused of assault, battery, false imprisonment, and infliction of emotional distress. Now, the accuser, who is about 68 years old, lives in Connecticut and apparently only wants to be identified by the initials JC. And she said that the singer actually caused her a lot of severe psychological damage and emotional trauma. And she said that the damages, and she's seeking unspecified damages and a jury trial. Now, according to his accuser, though, the star carried out very predatory, sexual, and unlawful acts which were allegedly done intentionally by him to her without any consent. And that to me is absolutely scary. And I'm very interested to know whether these claims are actually true, because there's of course two sides to the story. I completely understand that people have been speaking up quite a lot. People have been voicing out their thoughts and concerns, but there's of course two sides to the story that I am very curious to know. I would say I'm very curious to know if this is true or not. We've had instances where people have accused celebrities of false, false accusations, have made false accusations just to, benefit out of the whole ordeal. I wonder if this situation is something like that, but we will be talking about it just a little bit more. Right now, though, we are going to be heading off into a little break. So make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relax Radio.
Again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son.
I want to talk about, how the generation gap, has how much has changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are nowadays, the younger generation, you seem that they can't accept the word no. If that makes sense. They can't
accept rejection, essentially, is all you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you, how did I do? Well, you didn't do very well. And they get upset, and when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young, well, still am sport mad, but like participating in different sports. And if I had a bad game, for example, I'd say to me, you had one to forget. That's it.
Yeah, that sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter, yeah.
He'd say to me, you had one to forget. Get over it. And that was it. So I'd dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son. Or daughter. I've just told them that they need to buck their ideas up.
That's the truth right there. I mean, if you think about it, if you check the generations, like right now in the US as well, I've seen a lot of these things as well. In the UK, you get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of losing. When it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. How much. A lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because, as you said, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. For the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid. I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure.
Hello again and welcome back to the show. I am Jamie and this is of course the Chat Trap on Relax Radio. This is the show where we trap you with the best of conversation. I definitely want to know your thoughts and opinions with regards to whatever I am talking about, and how you can do that is by leaving a comment down below. Now if you're listening to us on our social media, on Facebook or YouTube or Periscope or Twitch or whatever it is, there's an option where you can leave a comment, and since this is happening live, I can get back to you and I can reply and have a conversation with you right here, right now. So go ahead and do just that and connect with us. Let us know what's going on. You could always call us. 07852-473-473 is the number to do so. All right, with that being said, let's get on into the conversation. We've had such amazing conversations so far. We've been talking about Bob Dylan, okay? We've been talking about how Bob Dylan actually, if you're a fan of Bob Dylan, I do know that there's so many out there who almost worship Bob Dylan. Well, if you are somebody like that, and if you actually if you are actually a huge fan of Bob Dylan, you're not going to want to hear this, because guess what? Bob Dylan actually is facing sexual assault charges. Okay, Bob Dylan is being sued by a woman who says that this singer and songwriter has sexually abused her back in 1965 when she was only 12 years old. Now, Bob Dylan right now is about 80 years old, and this woman is about 68, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, she says that he used her, he would give her alcohol and drugs, and also sexually abuse her multiple times, which, if it's true, oh, that is so scary. And I think, yes, of course, there needs to be punishment, there needs to be repercussions, there needs to be consequences that has to be directed towards Bob Dylan. But at the end of the day, see, I also do get earlier on, we were talking about how there's always two sides to the story. We were talking about how in the present day and age, it's become very common for people to actually, make false accusations against celebrities and say this celebrity did this or whatnot, just in order to gain financial benefit or to gain some sort of fame out of the whole ordeal, right? We do have people that come up and say, oh, this artist abused me, this Hollywood star abused me, just to make a whole hullabaloo about it and to get maybe a financial gain out of the situation, which is absolutely scary. But then there's also instances where it's absolutely true, where people are finally getting the guts to speak up about abuse that they have been through by like A-list celebrities or whatnot. And I think, yes, of course, that's two sides to the story, but I'm so glad that people are actually speaking up. We have movements like Time's Up, even though there's so much controversy with regards to Time's Up and such movements as well. Yesterday, we were talking about Nicki Minaj and her husband. So basically, if you missed that conversation, that was very interesting as well, because Nicki Minaj had actually bribed this girl to withdraw her statements about Nicki Minaj's husband having sexually abused her a few years back, and she had offered a crazy deal of money saying, withdraw the statement and we will provide you with help and benefits and financial means, which I guess is, of course, bribing. And I hope that there's some sort of consequences that they are facing for actions such as this. Now, with that being said, I want to know what you think. Do you think that we're at a moment, or we're in a situation finally where people are able to speak up about abuse? And I think, yes, definitely, it's something that's worth speaking up, because at the end of the day, what I always think is if you go through something and you keep shut about it, somebody else is probably going to go through the same ordeal. So you have the power to put a stop to whatever incorrect behaviors, inappropriate behavior that is taking place either at your workplace, maybe at your home, maybe, doesn't matter, public transport, whatever it is. Make sure that you use that voice, and that's what we here at Relaks Radio are here for. We are giving you that opportunity to speak up. We're giving you a platform to speak up here at Relaks Radio. So please do go ahead and share your thoughts and opinions. 07852 473 473 is the number to do so. Or just remember that you can inbox us, direct messages at any time of the day on our social media, and we will get back to you. With that being said, we are going to head on off into a little break. When we come back, though, we do have a lot more interesting things to talk about, so make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relaks Radio.
The valuations that you place on an asset are always behind you. It's always in hindsight. It's never in front of you. And that's one of the challenges, right? Because you're always valuing what happened yesterday, and what you need is what's going to happen tomorrow. What am I saving or investing for? Why am I doing it? When will I need the money? And how much money do I need? Yeah. So that's quite important, because